Yeah, behind the time of it.
So can I start, sir?
Yeah, please.
So good evening. Welcome to the announcement of signing of the Memorandum of Understanding between World Health Organization and Sri Chitra Tirunal Institute for Medical Sciences and Technology, Tirunelveli, Kerala, India. To start the program, I request Dr. Sanjay Bihari, Director of SCTIMST, to invite the Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Jitendra Singh, Honorable Minister, Ministry of Science and Technology, Dr. V.K. Saraswat, Member Niti Aayog and President of SCTMST, Dr. Abhay Karandikar, Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, and Dr. Rodrigo Orfin, WHO representative of India, to lead them to the dais. I also invite Dr. Hari Krishna Verma, Head BMT Wing, and Dr. Anup Tekivitil to join the dais.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite Dr. Manikandan S., Deputy Director, SCTMST, for the welcome address.
Good evening, Honorable Minister of Science and Technology, Member Niti Aayog, and President of SCTMST, Secretary DST, dignitaries and officials of various ministries on and off the dais, my dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. It's indeed a pleasure to welcome the all of you for this important event, which marks an important day in the calendar of our institute and a proud moment for all Chitraites, as we call ourselves. Before I begin, I invite the blessings of Almighty and remembering the founders of our institute. 45 years ago, luminaries of the country in the field of science, healthcare, administration, and legislation came together to give a vision to the important goal of delivering high-quality patient care to the needy and develop affordable and advanced biomedical engineering technology and devices via indigenous R&D to provide such a patient care. This led to the genesis of our institute and also led to the development of various biomedical devices of international reputation in our country. Based upon the experiences learned from the COVID-19, WHO adapted the WHO Technology Access Pool in 2024. The purpose is to facilitate equitable and affordable access to healthcare products for people in all the countries by the way of providing a platform for technology developers and to expand global production of such technologies. As we have gathered here on the occasion of exchange of MoU between SCTMST and WHO, we can feel and be proud that the thought process and the mission set by our sculptures many years ago is being recognized as a global need. And we congratulate WHO for taking up the mission on the global arena. Today, we are very fortunate to have our Honorable Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh is clinician par excellence and also Minister of State for Ministry of Science and Technology, Ministry of State for Ministry of Earth Sciences, Minister of State for the Prime Minister Office, and Minister of State for the Ministry of Personal and Public Grievance. Our as a chief guest and grace the occasion now. His visit to our institute last year was and had a great interaction with our faculty members and gave enormous confidence and support we needed and also help in our ability to believe in ourselves. On behalf of our entire Chitra family, I extend a warm welcome to you, sir. Thank you, sir. Our Honorable President of our institute, Dr. Vijay Kumar Saraswat, and also a member of Niti Aayog, Government of India, has been a pillar of support and strength in all our endeavors and has been forefront in continuously guiding us in various activities for the past 5 years. We have benefited greatly by his direction, particularly in the R&D sector, where many of his critical inputs have led to product realization. We are greatly indebted to you, sir, and on behalf of Chitra family, we extend a warm welcome to you, sir. We are proud to welcome Dr. Abhay Karandikar, Honorable Secretary, Department of Science and Technology. He has been very supportive of our institute activities. His recent visits to our institute was a great booster, all of us. And to mention particularly his special interaction with young scientists and students was a great learning experience for every one of us, sir. We are deeply honored by your presence and extend our warm welcome, sir. We are honored by the presence of representatives of the World Health Organization, both online as well as in person. I welcome Dr. Rodrigo Orfin, WHO representative of India, and Dr. Adriana Berman, team lead medical devices and in vitro diagnostic, who is joining online from WHO headquarters, Geneva. I also welcome Dr. Mike Ward, team lead essential medicines and healthcare products, WHO headquarters, Geneva, and Dr. Manisha Sridhar, regional advisor to Southeast Asia Regional Office, WHO. I also extend the warm welcome to Dr. Manoranjan Mohanty, Head Artificial Autonomous Institute Division, DST, and all the other dignitaries, officials representing various ministries, Government of India, and also WHO and various other organizations, members of the press, and others who are present here, and also who have joined online for this great event. Thank you very much.
Respected Dr. Jitendra Singh, Honorable Minister, Department of Science and Technology, Dr. Saraswat, Honorable Member of Niti Aayog and President of Sri Chitra Tirunal Institute, Dr. Abhay Karandikar, Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, Dr. Adriana Velique Beruman, Team Lead, Medical Devices and In Vitro Diagnostics, WHO Headquarters, Geneva, Dr. Mike Ward, Team Lead, Essential Medicines and Health Products, WHO Headquarters, Geneva, Dr. Rodrigo Orphan, Regional Advisor to Southeast Asia Regional Office, World Health Organization, Dr. Manisha Sridhar and Dr. Madhur from the World Health Organization in India, Dr. Rajiv Wadhwan, who's the Joint Secretary, Ministry of Health, Dr. Manoranjan Mohanty, Head AI Division, Department of Science and Technology, Dr. Usha Dikshit, who's in charge of the Technology Research section, which was responsible for this product development, Dr. Harikrishna Varma, Dr. Murlidharan, Dr. Anup, Dr. Manikandan, who are my dear friends from the Sri Chitra family, members of the Ministry of Health, INSA, Department of Science and Technology, Indian Council for Medical Research, Department of Biotechnology, and other organizations, honorable members of World Health Organization, members of Sri Chitra, members of the press, esteemed audience who have joined online, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude to the three legends in their respective scientific arena. Honorable Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh Ji, who is a doctor and a medical endocrinologist. Honorable President and member of the Niti Aayog, Dr. V.K. Saraswat, is a missile scientist and the defense mega project expert. And Dr. Abhay Karandikar, the engineer who has overseen the mobile revolution in India. I extend a warm welcome to all of them. All of them, by their continuous, quiet, and yet imposing presence, provide the background support to fortify the edifice of our institute, Sri Chitra Tirunal Institute, Trivandrum. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are in the vortex of a whirlwind whose energy has gripped the Indian ethos. A new medical device policy, a new educational policy, the start of the government e-market with emphasis on indigenization of products, the Treasury single account, the policy of self-reliant India and developed India 2047. The shift of focus from basic research and publications to translation research, technology development, and its commercialization have become the recurring theme of every academic, medical, and technological institute of India. And this occasion represents an important milestone in the saga of medical device development in India. Dr. Anup, scientist G at the Sri Chitra Tirunal Institute, and his team have developed an RNA isolation kit and an RT-PCR kit. Both the kits were successfully commercialized during the COVID pandemic. The RNA isolation kit, in fact, represented one of the earliest technologies released into the market during the COVID pandemic. These technologies have helped in the early diagnosis of viral infection. The World Health Organization had brought out a very unique scheme, the CTAP, or the COVID Technology Access Pool for transfer of technologies across countries during the pandemic period. The signing of the Memorandum of Understanding after permission by the Department of Science and Technology and the Ministry of External Affairs facilitated the adoption of this technology and helped in establishing a transparent global mechanism for pooling knowledge, intellectual property, and data, and to scale up production and make the technology available in all countries of the world at affordable rates. But one can ask, the COVID pandemic is over. So what is the significance of this meeting? The significance is that the World Health Organization has expanded the CTAP program into the HTAP program, where the C of COVID has been replaced by the H of health. The scheme, therefore, has become more expansive and provides for dissemination of health technology access pool with the acronym HTAP symbolizing it, so that health and biomedical product technology that is indigenously developed may be transferred across countries and continents. This Memorandum of Understanding helps to transfer a commercially available technology made in an Indian institute in different parts of the world. The announcement of this Memorandum of Understanding creates the precedence for and opens up avenues and possibilities for further technology transfers and collaborations across academic institutions in different nations, especially the developing ones, with the WHO being the mobilizing fulcrum. I'm grateful to the senior members of the World Health Organization, both in Geneva and Delhi, for sparing their valuable time for this meeting. In particular, I would like to thank Dr. Manisha as well as Dr. Madhur, who worked tirelessly behind the scenes to organize this meeting. Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan, Professor M.S. Valyathan, who unfortunately passed less than 2 weeks ago, had the vision 40 years ago to see beyond the realms of his cardiothoracic surgery. He opened up the Center of Biomedical Device Development in Public Health, along with clinical sciences in the subject of cardiothoracic and neurosciences. During his time, the first generation heart valve was developed and has since been implanted in nearly 200,000 patients. The second generation heart valve has been recently tested and has been placed in 40 patients without any complications. The ventricular peritoneal shunt developed at that time was regularly being used in neurosurgery, and another generation is now being developed by the HLL company here. The Sri Chitra blood bag is used in nearly every hospital across the country and many countries of Asia. The institute overall has sealed 218 Indian and 22 foreign patents, 78 design registrations, and 8 trademarks. In addition, 130 Indian patient applications and 15 foreign applications have been filed. In the year 2023-24 itself, 50 Indian patents and 1 foreign patent and 10 design registrations were sealed and 29 Indian patents were filed. Some of the recent biomedical innovations of the Institute in the last 2 years, which have been commercialized, include the spot tuberculosis kit and the mammalian wound dressing with statutory approvals for commercialization. Drug-eluting bioactive hydroxypeptide bead-related device for treatment of osteomyelitis and for facilitating bone union and spinal fusions has been a commercial success. The virtual reality 3-dimensional MR tool for surgical planning and medical training has been included in the teaching armamentarium of several national medical institutions. The minimal invasive retractor system for spine surgery, BioInk for 3-dimensional tissue bioprinting that perhaps one day shall obviate the need for animal experimentation, various rehabilitated devices, microfluidic chambers for toxicology and sensitivity testing of 3D printed organs on a chip, left ventricular assist device, bioprosthetic heart valves, the urinary culture and sensitivity kit that gives culture and sensitivity within 6 hours, vascular stent, a non-metallic embolic material for endovascular embolization of arteriovenous malformations of the brain are some of the recent innovations. I request the members of the World Health Organization, the Department of Science and Technology, and Ministry of Health, and the audience to visit our institute and observe some of these unique innovations. I would like to conclude by quoting James Dean. If a man can bridge the gap between life and death, if he can live after he's died, then maybe he was a great man. Immortality is the only true success. Thus, immortality is not a gift. Immortality is an achievement, and only those who strive mightily shall possess it. This wonderful HTAP initiative of the World Health Organization, in conjunction with the Government of India initiatives, have the capability to extend the circle of influence of the technology developed far beyond the boundaries of a country. The initiatives symbolize the Sanskrit phrase, Vasudhaiva Kutumbatam, or the world is one family, which is also the motto of the G20 summit that was held recently in India. Thus, it facilitates the dissemination of a biomedical technology, hereto limited within the narrow confines of an academic institute, to give it an outreach that extends across the world and to give it a life that extends far beyond the life of the innovator. Thus, it taps into creativity of an individual and has the potential to make that creativity immortal. It helps the innovator live through his innovation long after he has passed. Surely, therefore, this HTAP scheme of World Health Organization is striving towards attainment of immortality. I'm grateful to the Department of Science and Technology, the Ministry of Health, and the World Health Organization for promoting the signing of the contract for adopting our technology for international commercial use. I also fervently hope that the World Health Organization will adopt more of the products developed in our institute and also in other ones for global dissemination to benefit citizens of several nations. Once again, I express my sincere gratitude to this august audience for supporting us and for sparing your valuable time for us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It was very enlightening about our whatever research work being done at SCTIMST. Next, I would like to request Dr. Rodrigo H. offering WHO representative of India to deliver his address.
Dr. Jitendra Singh, Honorable Minister of Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Dr. Vijay Kumar Saraswat, Member Niti Aayog, Dr. A. Karandikar, Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, Professor Sanjay Behari, Director, Sri Chitra Tirunal, Institute for Medical Sciences and Technology, colleagues from WHO. We have Dr. Adriana Velasquez, Dr. Mike Ward, Dr. Manisha Sridhar, Dr. Madhur Gupta, Dr. S. Manikandan, Deputy Director, Sri Chitra Tirunal Institute, Dr. Anup Tekuvitil, Project Lead for the Sri Chitra Institute, colleagues, delegates, friends, good evening. I extend my heartiest congratulations to the Government of India for this historic signing of the MoU between Sri Chitra Tirunal Institute for Medical Sciences and Technology and the World Health Organization. Just before this event, there was rain, and in India and any Asian country, it's a sign of prosperity, blessings. So despite my fear of traffic, I felt that this was a sign, a good sign for us, and launching it at this time. Signed under the initiative of the WHO COVID Technology Access Pool, or CTAP, as was explained, this MoU has metamorphosed into the Health Technology Access Pool, or HTAP. So the issue is larger. It will cover larger health problems. HTAP aims to promote inclusive health technologies to strengthen global health systems, resilience, and pandemic preparedness and recovery. Among the many benefits of this unique single window mechanisms are a speedy solution for leveraging the proven model of voluntary licensing within intellectual property rights, or the IPR system, through experienced partners, such as the Medicines Patent Pool, WHO, other UN agencies. An all-inclusive mechanism to facilitate access to patents, technology, knowledge, and clinical trials data for efficient production and regulatory approvals. So we don't have to keep repeating all the processes, but sharing what all researchers know. A fair deal for IPR holders through royalties and IPR management support. And last, the creation of a strong and self-sustaining global manufacturing system for making products that meet WHO quality standards with a focus on low and middle income countries. It provides access to LMICs. Such sharing of intellectual property, knowledge, and data will accelerate technical innovation for healthcare and increase access to quality medical products, to diagnostics, to medical countermeasures, vaccines, medicines, etc., by expanding national, regional, and global production capacities. Friends, the COVID pandemic underscored that the world must respond to global health priorities as one. I look forward to many such collaborations between WHO and academic institutions in India to promote and protect health worldwide and accelerate progress towards all sustainable development goals, but more primary for the SDG goals in health. I wish the Sri Chitra Tirunal Institute of the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Ministry of Science and Technology, and my colleagues at WHO all the best in this notable endeavor, and may we have more. Dhanyabad. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Rodrigo, for your enlightening work on WHO efforts to collaborate various institutes in the country. Next, I would like to invite Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, Dr. Abhay Karandikar, for his address.
Thank you very much. Honorable Minister for Science and Technology, Dr. Jitendra Singh ji, Honorable Member Niti Aayog, Dr. Saraswat, Dr. Offring, WHO representative in India, Dr. Sanjay Bihari, Director of Sri Chitra Tirunal Institute of Medical Sciences and Technology, all the representatives of WHO, faculty and scientists of Sri Chitra Tirunal Institute of Medical Sciences and Technology, all colleagues from the Department of Science and Technology, Indian National Science Academy, and all those who have joined online. Let me first, at the outset, congratulate the World Health Organization and also the Sri Chitra Tirunal Institute for Medical Science and Technology for this historic and excellent collaboration, which has resulted in this MoU, which, as was mentioned, was a part of the CTAP and will now become the part of Health Technology Access Pool. As all of you know, that among the DST institutions, Sri Chitra Tirunal Institute for Medical Sciences and Technology has a very unique place, it being the only medical sciences institute in the country, which has been working at the intersection of medicine and technology, has a biomedical wing, and there are many products and technologies which they have developed over the years, like heart wall and blood bank and biological devices, various cardiovascular devices, rehabilitative and assistive devices, vascular stents, etc., have been commercialized and are being used throughout the country. This MoU and partnership with the WHO will open up a path for Sri Chitra to collaborate with WHO to bring their technology on a global scale and on a global platform. And I hope this will not only give the visibility to the Sri Chitra's products, but will also give an opportunity for the scientists and doctors of Sri Chitra to collaborate with international institutions and international faculty to bring the technology on the global platform. By signing this MoU with WHO, the Sri Chitra Institute has proven its strength in the field of in vitro diagnostics. And I hope that these collaborations can be taken forward in other areas of biomedical devices and technology. On behalf of DST, I assure both Sri Chitra and WHO that we will continue to support and strengthen such initiatives, ensuring that everyone, not only in India, but anywhere in the world, has access to the technologies that have been developed through partnership and collaboration in the DST. Together, we can make a difference and create an equitable world. Once again, I would like to congratulate Sri Chitra's team and the WHO. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to request Dr. Adriana Velazquez-Berriman joining online from WHO headquarters, Geneva. She's the team lead medical devices and in vitro diagnostics for a delivery of her lecture.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. Can you hear me? Good afternoon. Honorable Dr. Jitendra Singh, Minister, Department of Science and Technology. Dr. Saraswat, Honorary Member of NITI Ayog and President of SCTIMST. Dr. Karanti Kar, Secretary, Department of Science and Technology. Dr. Manoranjan Mohanty, Head of Division DST. Dr. Roderico Oprin, WHO representative in India, and WHO colleagues. All protocols observed. Ladies and gentlemen, and to all those aiming in bringing biomedical technologies to those in need. On behalf of WHO headquarters, we are most thankful to you for the invitation to this important event to announce the signature of the Memorandum of Understanding between the World Health Organization and the Sri Chitra Tirunal Institute of Medical Science and Technology, SCTIMST. Our Assistant Director General for Access to Medicines and Health Products, Dr. Yukiko Nagatani, welcomes this important signature of the MoU, sends greetings to all of you, and very best wishes to advance this collaboration. She also apologizes as she's unable to participate with us today. Recently, in the last World Health Assembly in May this year, the 14th General Program of Work was approved by all member states. The goal is to promote, provide, and protect health and well-being for all people everywhere. And one of the strategic objectives is to advance primary health care approach and essential health systems capacities for universal health coverage, which requires access to quality-assured health products being substantially improved. We are very aware that medical devices required for diagnostic and treatment of patients may not be available or not affordable or not appropriate to the settings. That is why WHO is searching for innovative technologies, particularly those developed by biomedical engineers, that would support the prevention, early diagnostic, and treatment in cases of pandemics and emergencies, but also in peacetime to help address all the gaps in all the other diseases. The objective of this MoU is to provide this framework for collaboration towards the efficient transfer of technologies developed by SCTIMST and the Health Technology Access Program, formerly CETA. We have an important role to play together. We look forward to continuing and expanding the collaboration based on this MoU towards increased access to appropriate, acceptable, safe, and good quality medical devices, particularly to all that population in most need. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Adriana. We'd like to have more collaboration with WHO. Next, I would like to invite Dr. Michael Watt, who is the team lead, Essential Medicines and Healthcare Products, WHO headquarters, Geneva. He's joining online.
Good afternoon. Honorable Dr. Jitendra Singh, Minister, Department of Science and Technology. Dr. Saraswat, Honorable Member of NITI Ayog and President of Sri Chitra Tirunal Institute. Dr. Karandikar, Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, Dr. Mohanty, Head, Division DST, Mr. Wad Hawan, Joint Secretary of Ministry of Health, Dr. Ofrin, a WHO representative in India, and WHO colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. Sharing of knowledge, intellectual property, and data will leverage collective efforts to advance scientific discovery, technology development, and broad sharing of the benefits of scientific advancement and its application based on the right to health. HTAP assumes a broader mission that remains anchored in pandemic preparedness and response, and simultaneously addresses other priority diseases and health conditions. Pardon me, I have to put my video back on. Thank you. HTAP contributes to this goal through dual and complementary operating modalities, securing and transferring the rights and know-how to existing technologies, and increasingly by helping build end-to-end product development capacity through health technology consortia. To this end, HTAP will be guided by a prioritization process that focuses on health technology access gaps that are not being adequately addressed and where the anticipated chances of success and impact are greatest. HTAP is predicated on fostering effective partnerships and the alignment of resources, both within and external to WHO, over the technology value chain. Engagement with Sri Chitra Tribunal Institute and other public health-oriented organizations is therefore vital to achieving the collective goal of bridging the health technology access gap. The timing is now right to translate the aspirations of the MoU into concrete next steps through the development of work plans and the convening of joint meetings. We invite the government of India and responsible institutes to work with WHO to explore opportunities to support HTAP's goal of promoting health security, particularly in low and middle income countries, by building capacity to develop and produce products based on prioritized technologies. We will soon be able to share the outcomes of the prioritization process, at which point we would like to engage with the Institute and other like-minded institutes and technology holders to align product development agendas. What remains with me from what was said already today is expanding the circle of influence. And really the goal is ultimately self-reliance. And as was also stated, we are one family. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Mike. We will try to have more collaboration with the WHO to satisfy most of the global needs in the near future. Next, I would like to request Dr. V.K. Saraswat, Member Niti Aayog and Honorable President SCTIMST to deliver his lecture.
Good evening, Honorable Minister for Science and Technology, Dr. Jitendra Singh ji. My dear friend and colleague, Dr. Abhay Karandikar, Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, Dr. Rodrigo Ofrin, WHO rep in India, and all the other dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, online, offline. Ladies and gentlemen, it's indeed a pleasure to be part of this ceremony today for signing the WHO and Sri Chitra Tribunal Institute MoU for development of medical devices. I think it's a great occasion because since I took over as president of Sri Chitra, one thing that I have noticed in the last 5 years, that this is one place where there's a tremendous ecosystem of work at the intersection of medical technology, engineering, science, materials, all put together to devise to develop devices for medical use. And I have seen through various exhibitions and interactions the number of devices that have been developed. And I fully appreciate the point which Dr. Sanjay Bihari mentioned. I think it was the foresight of Professor Valithan who took initiative for launching this kind of an activity. Today, if we say, is there an institution in India where there is a very good work going on in the development of medical devices? I think it is Sri Chitra. This is one place where real innovation takes place. I have seen some of the very important devices which have been developed. Some of them were named by Dr. Sanjay and also Dr. Karandikar. But recently we have started working on artificial valve under the leadership of the scientists and doctors in Sri Chitra, along with the industry. And I think this is going to be one of the major initiatives, the latest version of the heart valve that will get artificial heart which will developed. The research and development in Sri Chitra does not stop with just development and showing some animal trials or something. They take it to the final conclusion. And the interaction with the industry, which they are able to do today, is of highest order. To the extent that there's a medical technology development board, which is actually fostering the innovation and setting up startup companies, incubating them, and bringing all these products into the market. I think this is one platform which is really very strong. And collaboration with WHO and WHO support in research and development and innovation, taking products from the oven of Sri Chitra to the market, bringing it to the hospitals for the service of the human beings, which will be a great exercise. For India, I think it is one step closer to our mission of Atmanirbharta, because we are all looking at our Honorable Prime Minister's vision of a self-reliant country by 2047, totally as a developed nation. The medical devices, medical technology and engineering that is required for that will be the platform from where Sri Chitra will develop more and more devices in future. WHO will be now the flag bearer for taking the flag of the Sri Chitra into the market. I feel this MoU is going to be very, very productive, very, very useful for both all of us and humanity as a whole. I wish all the best for both the agencies and wish Sri Chitra for very good understanding with WHO and taking this particular journey of medical devices to the highest level. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Thank you very much, sir. Your association has helped us to reach greater heights. Thank you for a wonderful collaboration with all advice you have given. Now is the time for announcement of the sharing of MoU between WHO and SCTIMST. I now request Dr. Sanjay Bihari, Director, Dr. V.K. Saraswat, President of the Institute, Dr. Karandikar, DST Secretary, and Dr. Offering in presence of the Minister. Thank you so much, sir. It was a wonderful moment for the history of Chitra. Now, I would like to request Honorable Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh, Ministry of Science and Technology, to address the gathering.
Seated among us, Member Niti Aayog, President of Sri Chitra Institute, and an eminent scientist, researcher of this country, Dr. V.K. Saraswat, Secretary, Science and Technology, and another scientist in his own right, Dr. Abhay Karandikar, Dr. Ofrin from the World Health Organization, who's been collaborating on behalf of WHO in this country for almost 2 decades. I was just now complimenting him for that. We have, of course, a very dynamic director, Dr. Sanjay Bihari, who before coming here was in the Sanjay Gandhi Institute, and I'm glad that he chose the institute that he was meant for and also which suited his aptitude. And of course, Dr. Manisha, Dr. Verma, Dr. Anoop, all the members of the faculty, ladies and gentlemen. I think there's nothing much for me to say except to compliment you for a tremendous breakthrough, I think. This signing of MoU between WHO and Sri Chitra Institute, and I'm sure this is going to be a win-win arrangement for both, because as was being very rightly mentioned by Dr. Abhay, that Chitra Institute is one of the unique in this country. It is a clinical institute which also deals with medical devices and has of late been known to be producing cost-effective medical equipments, which are also of an export quality and of an indigenous region. But the point is that the volume of our requirement is so huge in this country that to meet the requirement, we need to have a larger spectrum of both capability and capacity to produce more of indigenous resource material, whether in the form of the instruments, the gadgets, and the other equipment. And to that extent, I'm sure this MoU, which has come into being today, will help meet that requirement and also not only be a healthy collaboration with the World Health Organization, but also help us to meet, as was being mentioned by Dr. Saraswat, our envisaged goals of self-reliance or Atmanirbhar Bharat. The Prime Minister had already announced this in May 2020, I believe, and I'm glad that we have been able to carry this forward because it got delayed because of the election and other reasons. And biotechnology and the biotechnical equipments in this country are actually gaining momentum in the last few years. We are now, I believe, one of the 12 topmost biomanufacturers in the world, and we are among first or second in the Indo-Pacific. And very soon we are also planning to have a biomanufacturing policy. It's under active consideration in the Department of Biotechnology. But as you would have realized, even though this institute deals to a certain extent with the biotechnology aspects, it is being headed by Department of Science and Technology. And that's also reflective of the whole of government, or the whole of science approach that we have sought to follow in the last few years. An integration between the different wings of science, and then an extended integration which also includes the industry, research, the academia, so that we have a larger pool of resource, not only financially, but also knowledge-wise, because we have to move further from here. We can't move in isolation. And to that extent, I think this is a reflection of the government's inclinations and also government agenda. In the times to come, as we talk of India being the 5th largest economy, going on to become 4th and then 3rd, and very soon reaching the top before 2047, I think we should always bear in mind that this entire growth is going to happen technology-driven, and mostly through resources which were not hitherto very much explored, which includes the resources related to the medical devices or the biotechnology or the bioeconomy as a whole, which is also in the last 10 years grown up by almost 13 times. We were just about $10 billion in 2014. Now we are more than 137 billion. And these are the resources which we did not. And I think the next industrial revolution also is going to be the bioeconomy driven, just as the 90s revolution was IT driven. And in that direction, when we move, the life sciences, the health sector is going to be a very important component. And also from the point of view of the government's larger view as we move on in the 21st century, and Prime Minister keeps reiterating that every citizen has to contribute whatever he can to the making of India at 2047, or the century India. I think it's also incumbent upon us to have a kind of an arrangement or a kind of a capacity building where we could prevent the energies and the health status of the younger generation to be dedicated to the task of nation building rather than to be sacrificed at the altar of many of the metabolic disorders which are now happening at a relatively younger age. He's a neurologist and he would bear me out so many brain strokes happening at an age where you could hardly have visualized till a few decades ago. So many of the diseases of the late middle age or elderly age happening in the third decade are also a threat to the kind of energies and potentials that the nation expects to be devoted to the making of India. So I think it's a larger responsibility, and what we have accomplished today is also a step in that direction. I once again congratulate, thank you also, Professor Orphan, for being so cooperative, and I'm sure this is going to grow to the next level as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for the wonderful direction which you have given. I am sure we will like to follow the directions in the future. We are almost at the end of the program. I would like to invite Dr. Hari Krishna Verma for the vote of thanks.
Our Chief Guest, Dr. Jitendra Singh Ji, the Honorable Minister for Science and Technology, Dr. V.K. Saraswat, the Member Niti Ayog, and Honorable President of our Institute, Dr. Abhay Karandikar, the Secretary of Government of India, Department of Science and Technology, Dr. Rodrigo Orfin, Ariana, Mike, and Professor Sanjeev Bihari, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. By announcing the MoU between SCTIMST and WHO is to provide a framework for cooperation and understanding for the efficient transfer of health technologies created by SCTIMST through HTAP, a media created by WHO, through public health-driven and transparent license for the needy. It is now time for me to express our relentless gratitude and to record the vote of thanks to the galaxy of event personalities who joined us today for this great event. It's a proud moment for us that today we have Dr. Jitendra Singh Ji, the Honorable Minister of Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, among us. Honorable Minister is leading the scientific fraternity of our country with the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi Ji, who has always accorded the highest priority to the science pursuits, was flagged by key scientific challenges. Today, we are taking the R&D output of generated from an institute to another level, a global level, to reach millions of needy. Sir, on behalf of the institute, let me express our heartfelt gratitude to you for enlightening us and coming over here. Thank you very much, sir. The institute is indebted to Dr. V.K. Saraswat, the Honorable President of the institute. He's always been an overall development of the institute for the last 5 years. Major infrastructure achievements like a hospital wing and a combination device block has come in his time. And he's always advocating for us so that reduce the time to reach bench to bed. That means take the faster way so that the clinical trials are done so that it reaches the real needy. Thank you very much, sir, for coming here. Let me also express our opportunity to express our heartfelt gratitude to Professor Dr. Abhay Karandikar, the Secretary of Government of India, Department of Science and Technology, and the team from DST for supporting the mission mode programs such as TRC and many other. A series of new initiatives are coming under his leadership towards the translational challenges and how it is the solutions have to be generated. We are also thankful to Dr. Rodrigo Orfin, Honorable Representative WHO, and Adriana Berumen and Mike Ward for coming to today. I'm also grateful to Manisha Sridhar, and Regional Advisor to the South Asia Regional Office, WHO, and all the help in arranging this function. Also thank Madhur Gupta, Dr. Madhur Gupta also. We are extremely grateful to Professor Ashutosh Sharma, the former secretary, for initiation of many of the TRC program. And also we take this opportunity to thank Dr. Manohar Ranjan Mohanty, Dr. Rushad Dikshit, Sri Pradeep Kumar, and Anand Kamvistar, always with us when implementing these various programs. And I take this opportunity to thank our Honorable Director, Professor Sanjay Bihari. So the institute is leading as our captain for all our activities right from the day of his tenure started in the institute. It is because of your tireless efforts on different levels we could sign this MoU. Thank you very much, sir. Last but not the least, I thank Anup Kumar Tekuitil and his team and his staff and the young students for their excellent scientific and translational work culminated in several technology transfers and commercialization. I would also like to mention their newest pursuit of the development of a cost-effective, a simple TB diagnostic kit, just has been approved by ICMR. Kindly pardon me if I have not mentioned any of your name. I take this opportunity to all the dignitaries who assembled here, all of you to grace this occasion. I take this opportunity to thank the INSA people also for all the help for the last 2 days they are experts. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. And I will request everybody to rise for the national anthem.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गावे तब जय गाथा जन गण मन जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you, one and all. Have a great day.